Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here. I missed you all. I was gone last week. We were on vacation. Any guess as to where? Yes? Hello? Yeah. We were on a Disney cruise. It was so much fun, but I'm very excited to be getting back home and getting back into reselling. So, thanks to my trip last week, I got the inspiration for this week's video, and that is talking all about Disney merchandise and how not all Disney merchandise is worth the same. So we're going to talk about what to look for, the types of tags, hierarchy in terms of what is worth more than others. So stay tuned. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share. I really want to try and grow my community, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So let's dive in. I would say the top tier of Disney merchandise is items from the Disney parks. So Disney World, Disneyland, any of the other Disneylands around the world, those would be considered the top tier. And so typically items from those locations would have a tag something like this on there, either on the clothing or like on the price sticker. It'll say something like Disney Parks. That's kind of the more modern style. Older ones might say like Walt Disney World or Disneyland or something like that, but that would still tell you that it's park merchandise. So that I would consider to be kind of the top tier in terms of Disney merchandise, just because those items you can really only get at the parks. So unless you're able to go on vacation there and get them or buy them from a reputable reseller, you're not going to be able to find that merchandise anywhere else. So typically those things are priced a bit higher than others, and it's a little bit more rare, especially certain items they have only at certain times. Sorry if you can hear that. Garbage truck is coming by right now. Pause. Everyone look at Daphne. Hello. Say hi. She's like, you woke me up from my nap. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. Okay. They'll move by soon. Sorry. So there are some like limited edition items that are only at the parks for a certain amount of time. If anyone has been on TikTok in the last year or so, you may remember the Figment popcorn buckets. People were buying them for like $20, $25 and then reselling them for like $300 on eBay and places like that. I would not recommend doing that. Don't be that kind of reseller. But if you're able to find stuff while you're thrifting, or perhaps if you're going there on vacation and hit up one of the outlets, definitely pick up some stuff. Disney Parks merchandise is a great brand or offshoot of Disney to sell, and I would say it's the top tier. Part of the Disney parks, and one of the major bolos that I would look out for, is clothes, specifically dresses, with the tag from the dress shop. Now this is a store within the Disney properties that sell retro style Disney and park themed dresses. And they retail anywhere from like $100 to $200 in store. However, they resell anywhere from, again, $100 all the way up to like $400 or $500, depending on the pattern. Certain patterns are more limited edition. Certain ones you can only get at, Walt Disney World. Other ones you can only get at Disneyland, that kind of thing. So definitely, if you ever see the dress shop, that's a major bolo. I would definitely pick that up. Any size, any pattern. And it might not necessarily say Disney. It's probably just going to say the dress shop. So just keep that in mind, that like, oh, that's a Disney and it's a bolo Disney. So the next tier down from like the Disney parks is, I would say, merchandise from the Disney store, and like Shop Disney online. Within the last year, Disney has closed, I think, all of their like actual physical stores, except for the ones that are like on Disney property, either in like Disney World or Disneyland, which kind of sucks. However, you can still purchase things online. So anytime you find things with a label that kind of looks like this, or like this, those would be items that would be from the Disney store, and they're still officially, official merchandise. They just may not be park exclusive like the Disney park stuff is. So sometimes it'll say Disney store, other times it'll just have like the most recent kind of logo would have the castle next to it, like the old Cinderella's castle with Disney underneath. So both of those I would still pick up. I think those are great bolos. Excuse me. They're great bread and butter, especially like women's plus size. I always pick up so long as cost of goods isn't too high. They always sell really quickly for me. A lot of people, especially if they're doing, a trip to Disney, they want to stock up, get a few t-shirts. So I would definitely pick those up. The third tier, underneath the Disney stores, would be officially licensed merchandise that are sold through like third-party companies. So places like Hot Topic, Torrid, Boxed Lunch, those are all official Disney merchandise. It's just sold through that store instead. So typically the tags on those will look something kind of like this. Usually it's just like black tag with, it looks like Disney on it. Chances are if it's like a straight size, so size like 0 or extra small to like 12 or like extra large, it's probably like Hot Topic or Box Lunch. Anything plus beyond that still could be potentially Hot Topic, but it also could be from places like Torrid. Especially if you find plus size with this label, it goes really well. At least for me, it does. Plus size Disney in general does really well. These, like I said, they're still great buys. I usually will list them under the store that it's like from, and not necessarily Disney. So if it's like, a blouse from Torrid that has like Minnie Mouse on it, I'll say like Torrid Disney Minnie Mouse, and list it under there instead of Disney, but it's still Disney products, if that makes sense. So I still pick those up. Again, so long as cost of goods isn't too high, I'll pick those up. The bottom tier of Disney merchandise, which is still officially licensed Disney, would be items that you would find at places like big box stores. So places like Target or Walmart, like in their graphic tees, that sort of thing. So typically it'll look something like this, the tags to kind of look out for. And while yes, these are still Disney, merchandise, the quality isn't the same as what you would get, at the stores or from the Disney store. So, unfortunately, a lot of times thrift stores don't differentiate between Disney parks merchandise and stuff that you would get from, Walmart. So, the Walmart t-shirt might have only cost $10 to begin with, and they're, at the thrift store it's $5. You probably wouldn't be able to sell it for that much. Whereas, a t-shirt from the Disney parks could be $30, $40. And if it's being sold for $5, that's a little bit better for profit. So it's really important to make sure that you look for the different tags here, and just kind of know what the quality is before you decide whether or not to add that to your inventory. I will make a note too that vintage Disney does really well. Here are a few examples of vintage Disney tags. I've had a lot of great success selling vintage Disney, all sizes, all genders, especially stuff from like the 80s and 90s, those kind of during that like second golden age of Disney. Yes, I am a very big Disney adult. But those seem to do really well. A lot of millennials and Gen Xers kind of love, reliving their childhood. So I would definitely pick those up. Those are definitely bolos if you can find vintage Disney for sure. So, with that, obviously there are many other brands that also team up with Disney. I know certain designers like Coach or Kate Spade have their own line of Disney. That's a whole other conversation. And obviously, you know, if it's a designer with a Disney line, it's probably a good idea to pick it up. But for me, Disney is one of the best brands for me to sell. You know, it always sells pretty quickly. Summer I tend to sell it more during the summers, which makes sense because people are usually going on vacation to one of the Disneys during the summer. But I definitely pick it up, but I would love to hear from you guys. Do you guys pick up Disney? Do you find it successful? Do you love Disney as much as I do? Probably not, but you can try. Let me know in the comments. And please know too, if you ever have any questions, if you're outsourcing and you see something and you're not sure, my Instagram is in the description. Feel free to snap a photo of the tag, send me a message. There's a lot of other resellers out there too who, you know, specialize in selling Disney. And I'm sure they would be happy to help as well. But yeah, let me know, guys. Do you guys like selling Disney? Is it a good brand for you? Are you a sad adult who doesn't like Disney? I'm kidding, sort of. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, please subscribe, like, comment, share. You know, it's April. I would love to grow my community here. I'd love to get up to 100 followers. So please join. I would love for you to be in that community. And as Mickey says, I'll see ya real soon.